Over the course of its 18 seasons, some of the most spectacular racing in the Speed World Challenge from the Sports Car Club of America has occurred right here at Mosport International Raceway. I mentioned that James Clay is with us here in the booth, and first of all, it's great to have you with us as we're watching a very good run here by Seth Thomas, working his way up through the pack at this stage, but I think you'd rather be out in the track. What happened?
Oh, it's the weekend didn't start out well. Unloading the trailer, I had a little slip and fall and dislocated a shoulder, and it's just I'm not capable of driving at all right now.
Well, you've got to be grinning though. Seth just set fast lap of the race thus far, solidly in the top 10. Of course, for Joey, that problem in the practice and then the opening lap here, it's just been a rough go.
You know, as racing always is, it's incredible highs, incredible lows. We're coming off that amazing Mid-Ohio drive from Joey, and watching his car have some troubles this weekend, and then Seth picking up the pace, and it's going to be great to watch him. Absolutely.
James, you seem accident prone here. I mean, we saw that incident at the start a few years ago. I mean, you fell over yesterday, walking here, barged your way in, knocked great coffee over.
Yeah. No, I'd say my luck has been absolutely in line with my full season this year. So, one of these days I'm going to shake that off and get back to some racing.
Well, we never say bull in the china shop or anything, but you really, to get back to out of Mid-Ohio, you guys made some changes in the cars that really revitalized things, and then you made the decision to put Joey in the car, and man, did that pay off.
Absolutely. Joey's a stellar driver. He knows BMWs, and he was definitely the right guy to get in the car.
Talk about this racetrack, though, James. I mean, this is a daunting place for any driver. When you're driving a touring car, which are the corners that really give you some grief around this place?
It all depends on what kind of car you're driving. Certainly in the rear-wheel drives, coming off of the Moss corner is a little bit hairy. It's just such a slippy place. But while it doesn't necessarily give us grief, I'd have to say turn 2 is just absolutely a white knuckle ride. It's amazing coming down that hill, just all out and letting it hang.
Right now, sitting on board with Wittmer in the battle for third. That is his teammate Kleinubing right in front. Of course, in front of them, 2 Audis. And Andrew, I understand you've got an interested observer down there.
Certainly have in the Audi pit. Marco Werder, double American Le Mans champion, of course. But Marco, you've done a lot of racing like this in the past. I remember you racing Opels 15 years ago. Shows how old we are.
Yeah, of course, I have good memories. I mean, touring cars are every time a lot of action. I mean, you see this in this race here. It's bumping each other. So it's a very nice race to watch, and so all the time you have fun in these cars.
You have to have a different mindset for this sort of racing compared with endurance racing, don't you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I prefer the prototype cars, and I like it to be a very long time in a race car and to enjoy a prototype in Mosport. I think that's really a nice thing. Of course, it's nice with the touring car, but if you can enjoy a prototype, you will say every time, I take this one.
Well, thanks very much, Marco. Enjoy the race. Maybe you can get an Audi victory here.
All right, thanks very much, Andrew. And so far, looking pretty good. Pecorari and her continue to lead, and they've actually opened it up, Cal, by about a second and a half back to Kleinubing.
They do. They've certainly got in a stride here. But, James, when you're running a 28-lap race like you are here with these tyres, how much do you have to manage them? Do they go away at all?
They absolutely go away. During the course of the race, you use up the tire. In 50 minutes, it's gone. So there's a bit of strategy involved. Are you going to use it up? Are you going to get your lead? These Audis are a little bit heavy, 4-wheel drive. They're going to be using some tires. So maybe a good strategy is to manage those tires' weight, and then have something at the end when maybe your competition has to lay back a little bit.
Well, we just saw Adam locking that right front, heading into Moss. So apparently up front they are working those tires pretty hard already. Pecorari, her, Kleinubing, Wittmer, and Boss, your top 5 here in the very early going at Mosport.